Hi, welcome to the next edition of Watching the Pioneer Meta. Today, we got a little bit of meta changes and 5 decks to talk about. I'm not going to take too much time into the actual list. Fast as I can, since I have a newborn and everything. If you smash the like button, subscribe, and do all that stuff down below. Share this video if you like. If you want, comment down congrats, because he was born a few days ago. So the meta right now is red deck wins, demons, and control, and Phoenix taking up most of the slots. 5% we have demons and also Greasefang. So really, you think about it, demons takes up about 15% of the meta. Creativity is getting a little bit of traction. I did see multiple lists of that. Zoria's Flash is getting, and then Simic Scapeshift is going on the decrease a little bit with company. Lotus Field, a slight dip, as well as Golgari Food. I did see one list of that in the, I think it was a challenge. But let's go ahead and dive right into the actual deck list. So first off is this new deck that's featuring the new Cosmogoyf and this Brood Tinder. I think that's what it's called. And the deck is, of course, trying to fill the yard up. Use Gurmag Angler and Delve and eat up your yard with Ketramos and draw extra cards. It's also featuring the new Seam Up, Seam Rip. And then we have, of course, we have some Duresses for controlling that. Graveyard Heat. Brutality can get small creatures. Also, good against control. Betrayal for a little bit of Graveyard Hate and I think Creature Sack. Terra Sunder for a little bit of Artifact Enchantment removal. Vanishing Verse can hit almost any kind of permanent as long as it's monocolored. Priest, pretty solid card for control, combo, stuff like that. Abrupt Decay for aggro. And that is the Sultai, I think? No, Abzan. Self-mill / Goyf plus Ketramos. I do want to try Cosmogoyf, but I'm not sure the best way of building it, since you do need to exile pretty much your entire graveyard to fill that up. Ketramos makes a lot of sense in that regard. We have mono red here that is a weapons manufacturing deck that sack whenever a artifact you control enters, create an artifact token named Mountain. When this token leaves the battlefield, does 2 damage to you, any target. So that's a spicy inclusion. You use it with Blast, sack it, does additional 2. Demand Answers also could sack an artifact. Synthesizer, Death, these are nice little artifacts to sack. Torch Bargain is a pretty good mechanic, plus Surge to sack them as well to do more damage. And we also have the Indestructible Food, plus Death for a little card advantage. Surprisingly, I guess Extruder is why you're applying the Indestructible stuff. Okay. We have Swiftspear on the board and Nemesis in case we want to change up our entire game plan. Probably when you don't need Surge or Tower. Hellkite as the same kind of thing. We have Chandras for control, I'm assuming, most of the time. Spicy sideboard. You could just substitute your entire deck out and play this package. And you might be able to win some games as well. We have Boros Hammer Time featuring the brand new protection spell and Rip. That's pretty much it. And of course, we have the same package of Cloud, Colossus Hammer, Aid, all that stuff. Surprisingly, we're not playing the 2-drop from the last set, but whatever. Couple cages for Phoenix Hate, March for a little bit aggro hate, Melee for red hate, Lizard for Phoenix Hate, Voice of Victory for removal / counter hate, Wear and Tear, pretty good against artifacts and enchantments, Nahiri for grinding matchups, Salvo for mid-range threats. The last 2 decks I have to talk about are mono black mid-range. Now there's a little bit of difference between the 2 of them. One of them, of course, is playing the brand new Charm, Archmage's Charm, which is kind of spicy. And this deck, of course, plays Mutavault and 1 Field of Ruin. Rest Urborg helps, I guess, with the Charm. But other than that, it's a basic mono black demons list. And of course, the sideboard has pretty much addressed all the kind of matchups you would find. Then you also have this deck here, which plays the brand new 2-drop Sunset, which is also kind of spicy. I think it has Menace, I believe. And of course, it has pretty much the same kind of structure as Annex. And then we have Languish for our Cyborg Sweeper effect, which is pretty sweet. Some discard, some removal, some combo hate, graveyard hate, hand disruption / graveyard hate, Kalitos for aggro, Invoke Despair for grinding matchups. That's all I have to talk about for today. This week, next week, hopefully I can get a little bit more into it. But again, like I said, I'm kind of short on time getting these videos out just because I'm mainly trying to focus on the new family. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe before you head out that door. I'll talk to you guys next time.